Hi guys, super speedy reading today, and this is on the book, Prince Harry's book, because I've had a lot of questions about this. Now, it was really weird, but the last reading I did about them, I said he already feels some regrets, but it's almost like I said 7 years, okay, 7 years for it to really kick in what he's about to do. And I've just found it really weird. I thought, why 7 years? Why not? Do you already feel like, oh my God, what's happened? And I do wonder now, because I think this book's coming out and I'm thinking, is this why it's going to be so delayed? Because in a way, I'm just picking up that he hasn't got his story. He tried to put his story out there. It fell back on him. You know what I mean? He tried to put it out there. It didn't go the way he expected at all. He thought the interview might explain his side of things, but if anything, it's gone completely tits up. Let's say that, the interview, everybody knows that. So he feels like if he writes down everything to explain his childhood and his upbringing from a young age, it might turn the tide, I hear, on people's opinions of him, because I just heard turn the tide. So he's hoping if people really understand the background of his upbringing and how he was brought up and what he had to deal with, it might change people's views more, because the interview was not enough, I hear. He didn't get the reaction he was expecting, you know. He wanted to tell his side because he thought by telling his sides, he might get more people on his side, basically. He thought if he really opens up and expresses himself in the interview, he might get more people on his side. Didn't go that way at all. So now the book will uncover pretty much everything, okay? I think a lot of it obviously is going to be about the connection. I think the Queen's going to be, like I hear, standby. So as in she's not really going to be, it's not going to be about her really. He's not going to be attacking the Queen as such, but he will go across his relationship with his dad a lot and how that really affected him and his upbringing and the choices. Let me just see. What's the reaction going to be about the book from the royal family? I mean, I just feel like, is this the end now? He's doing this? Royal family. Obviously, guys, we know it's not going to be a good reaction from the royal family. That's obvious. But I'm just wondering if we can look a bit deeper. Have a look. Okay. Now, this is a weird one. Chariot means being pulled in two ways. And I feel this could be his dad. So when this book comes out, there's going to be things where he's completely against some of the stuff that's in the book. And at the same time, he's going to be really looking inwards at himself, like retrospectively, to think, I could have done things differently. Maybe if I'd done that differently, he wouldn't feel like that now. So it's going to be, I feel this is the card for Prince Charles. He's going to be completely torn between going gung-ho for him and like, how could you ever do this to us? At the same time, a lot of tenderness in the book about his dad and how his dad came forward for him after Diana passed away. So it's almost like a double-bladed sword, kind of double-edged sword with Charles here. It's like two directions. One is anger. One is almost a tenderness for the decisions he made for Harry and how Harry is now. It's a double-edged sword. I just get he's torn in two ways about the book. Some will be really annoyed that he wrote certain things. Other things it would be like, okay, maybe we didn't do as good as we could job-wise. Maybe I could have gone easier on him there. But overall, I hear the word tenderness in the book for his dad, so I feel like it could almost start off quite badly, and then there will be tenderness after Diana. As in his father was a bit cold and not hands-on, and then after Diana passed, he was more hands-on father. And I hear the word tenderness in the book for his dad, okay? So we'll have to see, because I'm as dubious as you right now, if I'm honest. This is not good, guys. This is not good at all. Five of Pentacles is nearly always when you leave somebody out in the cold, and I do feel a lot of people are going to, if they haven't shut him off already, which most of them have, it's going to get worse. I mean, for me, this is Harry, and this is the family walking away and leaving him out in the cold. Randomly, I do think Charles is going to stay in touch with him and his son. I really do. And I feel because of the book, he's going to see some mistakes he's made as a father and maybe have more sympathy than what he does now. Believe it or not, honestly, I keep getting the word tenderness, the way he expresses his dad and his care for him, you know. But overall, I do feel the rest of the family, it's just going to make it worse. I mean, this is not a good card. If you get this in a relationship reading, it means the man not really showing you any attention and walking away. And there's you kind of chasing him like, hey, I'm here, I'm here. And I feel that's going to be Harry. I feel a lot of it as well. The royal family are upset because they feel like the US now and the reporters and the newspapers out there are going to take down the royal family. I hear the word take down. So they're worried that the press are going to try and take down the royal family because of this book. And more, the weird thing is, guys, they feel like the UK are pretty loyal to them, the royal family, obviously, but it's more the US. They're worried about it getting out across the world and the US taking a different turn and seeing them as really like bad people kind of thing about the way all this was handled. So it's more like the royal family are worried about, I hear, a takedown, and more to do with the US, how the US feels about them in the UK. So that's quite funny. Right, Queen of Pentacles. This usually comes up as Kate. Okay, so Catherine. So that's Kate. Now, how does she feel? I hear Kate again. This is so weird. This keeps coming up with Kate. I hear bridge a gap. So I feel there's some things in there that after she reads it, she will reach out and want to clear it up. Okay? She wants to clear it up. And when I mean clear it up, I don't mean kind of reaching out and always saying, sorry. It's more like, you saw it like that, but this is how I felt about the situation. So I don't see Kate backing down at all, but I see her calling to explain her actions and the way and why she felt or did what she did. So it's not like, don't expect Kate to go apologising once she reads this book for anything that's written about her. It's more she wants to reach out. I hear clear the air. And this isn't clear the air like I said, oh, I'm so sorry you felt like, no, not at all. Clear the air is in coming out and saying, well, I did this because I felt like that and I want to clear that up. Okay, because I read that. So she will reach out. I do feel she'll reach out. I do. But not in the way we think, like all lovey-dovey. It's going to be, well, actually, this is how I responded to this because you responded like that. More that kind of thing. But I do hear Kate wants to clear the air because this is her reaching out quickly, fast energy, moving card, messenger cards usually. And this is her card always, which is a down-to-earth, mother, grounded figure. Right, and I think we're going to leave it there, guys. We're on 7 minutes. So we're going to leave it there. I will look into it deeper. I'm just going to pull one last two. Now, this is the funny thing, because I feel about this book, the star means the wish come true. And I feel in a way Harry feels if he can get everything out, it might, again, I keep hearing turn the tide. It might turn the tide if people really hear his backstory. I hear empathy. People may have more empathy for his situation, his childhood, how he grew up, that kind of thing. But I don't think it's going to work out like he thought, guys, because after that, we have the wish come true, like his hopes and dreams. This is the hopes and dreams card. After that, again, we have the 5 of Cups, which means looking back with sadness and grief over the past and past actions. And I'm going to stick to the 6-7 year thing I said. I still don't think it's going to really hit until 6-7 years along. Like the choices he could have made, to be differently. And people thought, I had 1 or 2 write to me going, doesn't he not feel bad now? Yes, he does. But he still doesn't feel he's got a story across, So there's an element where he feels like some of the things he could have left out of the interview, but there was also an element that he had to say what he had to say because he felt like they were both being punished and he wanted to get his side across. Very simply, you want to get your side across in an argument, okay? But I did keep getting 7 years, and I think it was such a weird number, guys. I just think it's going to take years till the full impact hits. And I didn't understand why after the interview. I thought, surely after the interview you'd realise now. Now I get it, because the book's coming out. So I think it's going to be a long time. A long time to the full impact really hits them. And I hear the chaos this has caused. But again, the weird thing is about Charles in the book and about his dad. I do hear tenderness, the way he speaks about his dad. After a hard start, So that was a super speedy look into that, guys. Any questions, let me know. And I'm off to go swimming. Bye-bye.